Hello! Happy New Year! We are on our way to Windsor for the day. It's just a nice little day trip from London. So we're gonna catch a train and we'll see you in Windsor. We have made it to Windsor. We're gonna grab some food before our 1 o'clock booking for the castle, where we'll explore the grounds, say hello to Lizzie, and see what it has to offer. The reality of going to touristy places is you get a lot of tourists, including us. Oops. So there are lots of birds and I am terrified. We have some time to kill before our 1 o'clock entry time, so we're gonna do the Eaton Walkway, which is I believe a 2-mile loop that hits 18 major historical points. And apparently there's little plaques on the ground to show you what it is, but there's the river, there's us, and there's the bridge. Woo! We have crossed the bridge over into Eaton, and Eaton has actually been around for a very long time, since the Saxon time, but there's actually evidence from Roman and Celtic ruins as well, which is really cool. So we're in a very, very old part of the world, old part of Europe, and this is a place steeped with history. So let's learn. Place is steeped in history. Not really sure about the name, but that's the 3rd stop. Stop number 4, the Baldwin Bridge.
8:35.
So apparently in 1774, this tiny river flooded to there. Crazy. So I'm just going to read from the sign about Baldwin's Bridge because I think it's quite interesting. It was commissioned by Queen Elizabeth I in 1592. She was concerned about communications because of a fear of Catholic revolts, which might have led to the seizure of London while she was cut off in Windsor. Eaton was then on the direct route to London, and Baldwin's Bridge was an important link. So this tiny bridge that I'll show you a clip of right now was very important to keeping London safe. Another fun fact by Clara, who is reading off a board, but I thought I would help you out and educate you on this. So Queen Jane Seymour, who was Henry VIII's 3rd wife, was the only queen to receive a queen's funeral, unlike any of his other wives, which is really interesting. And she was the only person to be buried beside him in St. George's Chapel in Windsor Castle, which is pretty cool. So the royal procession from Westminster to Windsor passed along Eaton High Street and over Baldwin's Bridge. So we are just about to pass Eaton College, where 20 of 55 prime ministers of the UK have attended. It's a boys' school, so you know, do with that what you will. It's very posh. Yeah, it's a very posh school, and I'll let that be the end of that sentence. Oh, mud. Commercial Observatory. So we're walking around Eaton College at the moment. And fun fact for you, this was founded by Henry VI in the 1400s. Apparently he was quite a gentle and kind spirit. So that's pretty cool. Not sure what happened, but no, it's a beautiful campus, and it would be quite awesome to go to school here, but I can't because I'm a girl, so oh well. Also, I'm 27. Don't really want to go back to school. No thanks. I did my time. I'm good. Education, no longer. Tom?
I don't have anything to add.
Yes. A statue. Interesting. The statue is called Edge 2, or Edge 2nd, by Anthony Gormley. We are straying from the path. We have taken the path less traveled by, and it has made all the difference. The walk itself was pretty good in the first half. I like the descriptive signs. I'm not gonna lie and say that the second half was a little bit less exciting. I'm not sure how much you can hear because it's really windy. But we're on our way to Windsor Castle for our 1 o'clock entry time. Tom, any thoughts? None. There's nothing in his brain. The walk itself was enjoyable in terms of learning a little bit more about the history of Eaton, especially in relation to Henry VIII and Queen Elizabeth II, sorry, the first. But other than that, yeah, it's a quick and easy walk, so worth doing. A final fact about Eaton before we head over to Windsor is that Eaton was mentioned in the Domesday Book, which is a very fascinating piece of history, and if you don't know much about it, I highly recommend reading about it because it tells you a lot about the UK and England in medieval times. To the castle. So Windsor Castle was built in the 1070s as a fortress by William the Conqueror, just 4 years after the Battle of Hastings. And Windsor Castle has over 200 people living here at all times, and is a place that hosts royal events throughout the years. There have been 39 monarchs that have used Windsor Castle as a residence, and 11 of them are buried here today. Another fact is Windsor Castle has been used as a royal residence for over 900 years and is the oldest working castle in the world. Everyone's in line for a doll's house. We're gonna go see the state apartments first and see if we can bypass this line later. We just finished with the state apartments. Unfortunately, you're not allowed to film or take photographs in there. I did take some pictures and videos of I guess, the view from the windows, but it's definitely worth a visit. You learn a lot of interesting facts, including that there was a ceremonial bed process for the king. You would actually be able to watch them go to sleep and wake up, so they would just go to this ceremonial room for those occasions and for those rituals, but they would sleep somewhere else, which I thought was really interesting. Enjoying the castle. In front of me, we've got St. George's Chapel, which hosted a lot of events, including Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's wedding, and Henry VIII is actually buried in here, which is pretty cool. So we're going to see if we can go inside. Just finished with the chapel. We saw Lizzie's tomb. She's buried with Prince Philip, her father, her mother, and there was something about her sister in there, but I couldn't really see. We also saw the tomb of Henry VIII and Jane Seymour, which was really interesting. Quite somber, very, very beautiful. Once again, not allowed photography in there, but definitely worth a visit when you come to Windsor Castle. I think we're gonna head off now and find some food because we are starving. But yeah, no, rest in peace, Lizzie. Love you, miss you. You were the greatest. You are the GOAT. This looks like where the people who live here live. Not a bad place. Overall thoughts on Windsor Castle, definitely worth visiting. The audio guide was actually pretty good, but the headphones were kind of scratchy, so that was kind of a shame. Couldn't really hear a lot of it. And obviously lots and lots and lots of tourists. It is the holiday season though, so I'm assuming that's why there is a lot of people, but maybe if you go during a weekday, it's a little bit quieter.
This is the oldest operating railway bridge in the world.
Windsor was really fun. Would highly recommend. Yeah, very cool. Fun to walk around. We're heading back. We're on the Lizzie line, going back to London. So if you like this video, please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. If you're new here, I'm Clara, and this is Tom. If you're into travel, subscribe and stay notified for all upcoming adventures.